Hey, good Friday afternoon to you. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader here to help you understand the market from an Elliott Wave perspective. Guys, our trade got stopped out yesterday, but we were in profit and good profit, and we had plenty of time to stop that trade out once it came back to us. Let's show you where the wave broke down yesterday and then look at the current setup that we see coming in the market now. Don't forget, none of this is financial advice, just sharing with you how I see the market, how I trade the market, not giving you trading advice or financial advice, just showing you how I do it and sharing those concepts with you, and how I teach in the Discord as well. So with that being said, let's jump into the market. Yesterday we were operating under the idea, guys, that we had a three-wave move here, and then this flat right here was a second three-wave move there. And we were looking for a third three-wave move to come on down right here, and it looked like we were almost getting it up to this point right there. Things were looking really great for our account until it just turned around right at that level right here, and then just kept on going. So what happened there, guys? Well, basically what happened is they took this second three-wave and they extended it, and they made it complex, okay? They made it a complex wave. What they did is they made it a larger flat. You got a three. This did come down 90% of that wave, and then they did a 5-wave to the upside to do it. So that's a more complex flat, and the way we draw that is like this. Sorry about that. Boom, boom, and now we're looking for the down wave to finish, the third wave to finish here. On this correction. That's one idea that we're operating under, okay? In other words, when we talk about ideas, we're talking about, we're presenting ways of interpreting these structures, but only if this actually begins to play out do we have a trade. So we always talk about the if-then scenario, okay? So I'm always talking about if-then, and so if this kept coming down, if this wave kept coming down, and if I was correct in my interpretation here, then this should have done this. Okay, so either my interpretation of this is wrong, or the market makers extended it to a larger wave, and it could be coming down now to this level here, where we get a three-wave move like that. And that pattern, guys, happens over and over and over in the market, especially in Ethereum for sure. So, anyway, that's what we're looking at, guys. The entry yesterday in yesterday's video was right here at the top of this wave. If you got in down here, that's a higher risk area to get in, and this is where I talked about your entry. If you didn't enter there, then you put yourself at greater risk. Always, always, always. And I would be the first one to tell you that, guys, if you're watching my videos to get trade ideas, fine, but you got to understand what our risk management system is, okay? Because, listen, I was in the trade from up here, okay? I nailed the top from up here. And that's where I was in the trade. And so when price came back to me, I was still in the money. When price came down, I was still in the money there. Okay, and I let it come back. I was sleeping during this, and I set alerts here, and I got up and I stopped it. I stopped it at break even today as price came back to my entry level there. So, and I don't break out trade, and the reason I don't break out trade, guys, is because the market always comes back to you. So this broke out, yes, but it came back to us, and so not super worried about that. I'm not a breakout trader at all in any fashion. So anyway, that's what happened yesterday. Our group, we stopped that out in the group, and hope everybody's doing okay there. We don't get wrecked. Why? Because we enter at high probability zones. We enter at the top of waves here to go short. Okay, we enter at the bottom of waves here to go long if we're going to do it. We didn't take that long. We took this short instead because I believed this had to be a larger correction, something like this, to finish out. Well, it didn't happen that way, and that's okay because I don't always get it right. Somebody asked me the question, Jim, do you ever get it wrong? And I answered, yes, I do, but I never get it wrong in such a way that I'm going to get wrecked or in such a way that I can't stop it out for a very small loss or break even. So if you need to learn strategies that are like that, that's what you're going to get in the Discord, and that's what we're teaching in the Discord. And that's a prime example, guys. So I'm not here to. How many other guys just show you such complex trade strategies on their channel, and then come the next day and say, hey, we got stopped out, it's all right, and then we because I'm not here to prove anything to you. I'm not here to brag. I'm just here to share what I'm seeing in the market and show you why I'm seeing it. Whether it happens or not, it's one thing. I've got some people in the Discord that actually believe the market makers watch my videos, and just to spite me, they do sometimes they do it differently there. But it's sometimes it's the way we feel, isn't it? I don't believe that for 1 minute. I don't believe that for 1 minute at all. We just have to become better and more adept at reading the market, and every trade's a learning trade. So that's where we are, guys. Now we're going to look at, here at this market, this setup here, and to see if we're going to get this. Now, if this is going to happen, okay, I've got a bullish scenario and I've got a bearish scenario, and so this is the well, they're both bullish scenarios, but this is down first before up. So basically, we're looking for a possible wave, something like this, okay. That finishes us out right around 1620 to about 1580 in that ballpark. Shoot, it could get as low as 1531. Okay, that would be pretty deep for me, but it could go that low. I don't think it will, but it could. We're looking for a wave structure that looks very similar to this right here. Okay, looking for something that looks similar to this right now. So we're in the middle of this formation right here, and looking for it to potentially fall over and come back down to our target area. Now, it may or may not do that. I can't tell you whether it's going to with definitive nature or not. I can't tell you that at all. But if we get that, and if it comes down, and the rest of the criteria look good for us, we're going to look at a potential long scenario from this region up here. So if you just want to wait for it, you don't want to short this bull market, that was fine. It's a higher risk shorting in a bull market. There's no doubt about that. So what you could do is just wait for this to come down if it's going to come down, and then long it from here if you get it. And that's a big if. Okay? So we always understand we don't trade certainties, we trade probabilities, guys. And that's what Elliott Wave does for me. It keeps me on track with the probabilities. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm looking for now. That's the new trades, one of the new trade setups. Now let me just warn you, I've got a bearish count and I've got a bullish count. Let me give you the bullish count because a lot of people are very, very bullish. And so if you're bullish and you want to trade the bull scenario, and I'm bullish too, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm just seeing structures that are telling me we're still in a correction. And that's what's got me a little bit of a pause here to get too bullish too fast in this area. Okay, but if it's a bull count, guys, at minimum here, we've got a 1-2 right here. Now, this is for me, just to be real honest with you and real open, that's a very problematic wave for me with a bull count. That's one of the reasons, that wave right there is one of the reasons I'm having a hard time believing a strong bull count that's going to go straight up from here. Okay, that wave right there, it throws a wrench in any count that gets me up. But for sake of argument, let's just call it a 1 wave and then a 2 wave. And this is a 1 and a 2. So we have a 1, 2, 1, 2. When you get that scenario, guys, that's a very, very bullish scenario where we would expect easily to get up to the 2618, 2400 is going to be a pretty easy target to get to if that's a 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me write on the board if. Okay. If that is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, if that's the case, then we'd be looking for 1, 2. This might be 3, 4, 5, and that's the third wave, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, something like that. A wave to get on up. So our primary target, our first target is going to be the 1618. We're going to get there first. The 1618, which is $1,900 roughly, and then we have a target up here of about $2,300 as well. Now I have higher targets than that, okay, on the overall structure. However, those are the preliminary targets to get us, to get us thinking about this particular wave structure that we're in. Now that is the bull count with targets from 1,900 to 2,300 in that order and in that range. Now, what's the bear count that I still see, guys? Well, I still see a possibility, and here's the problem. It's because of this wave right here. It's as far as I can tell on all time frames when I count it, it's a 3-wave move. Okay, and if that's a 3-wave move, here's the way I'm looking at this wave. This is kind of a complex thing, so you're going to have to follow along here. We got a 3-wave here, okay, and this is a 3-wave there. Okay, then we have another 3-wave there, and this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, and that's a more bearish count, because what that gives us is basically a 3, and then we'd be looking for a 5 wave down, like that. To draw it more simply, you'd be looking at 3, 3, 3, 5. And it might be one of those, really fast ones, straight down kind of deals that Ethereum likes to do in the charts. So anyway, so that's the bearish count, guys. It's not bearish. It's still bullish in the long run, because it's a running correction that gets us going up after it's finished. So whether that happens or not, I cannot say. Again, that's a potentiality. So I've given you a bull count, and I've given you a bear count. Now, in the short time frame here, in the very small time frame for Ethereum, we could simply be looking at, excuse me, I'm yawning. There's 1, 2, 3, a 3-wave move like that on the small time frame, guys, which we already talked about. And so that this move could just simply be that. And we have one more wave to the upside. One more wave to go to the upside after that. Or it's going to be a bullish wave to the upside. It's going to be really big. It's going to continue going. So anyway, we look at it, we could possibly have an upside move. So I'm on guard for that downside move that I just showed you. I'm on guard for that. I'm aware that it's possible, and I understand that, but I'm also aware that this very simple wave is possible. Shoot, the one other bullish wave, and I think I already shared it. This could be a 1-2, and this could be a 1-2 as well. That could be a double 1-2 there of this wave, and we get a nice large wave to come after that pretty soon as well. So that's another look at this wave. There's so many possibilities, guys, in wave structure. So right now I'm watching the different scenarios and looking for the best trade setup that I can find within this structure zone for now. So with that being said, that's the way I'm approaching this. Just lost my screen, guys. Sorry about that. I'm not sure where my screen got to. There we go. We got her back. Just look at this wave as it's being made here. This looks very 3-wave-ish here. Or it's a 1-2-1-2 again. Sometimes 3 waves look like 1-2-1-2, or actually end up being 1-2-1-2s. But we got a 1-2-3 wave, a 3-wave, and now we're looking for a third 3-wave. If I put it on all of that, we're looking for a wave that gets us up to somewhere around 1731, this ballpark. To this range right here, and that would be a 3-wave move, okay, then a 3-wave move, okay, and then we could get a 5-wave move down after that, and that would be the finality of this particular wave that we'd be watching. Zoom back out, get some perspective. Come on. My computer's lagging here. I'm on a hotspot on my phone here in a work site, guys. I've been sanding drywall and all kinds of stuff here. So, yeah, there we go. And so, yeah, we'd be looking for this thing to finish on down here. Something like that. Down here, the 1650 to 1630, down to 1600. And let's see if there's some influence in these fibs here. Yeah, you can see how the fibs are lining up pretty well there. So when I pull them 2 different ways. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I feel pretty good about that as a possibility, though it's not a definitive thing. Don't have as clear setup here, guys. Got a lot of options here on the table. It's a real critical part on the place on the chart for me. Looking at Bitcoin here, that's the killer. That's the big deal for me. I still see this as a possibility here. I know some of you are going to hem and haw over that, but this is not out of the realm of a possibility yet. I see 3 waves 3 waves right here. I see these 3 waves right here. I see the potential for these 3 waves right there. And so if this happens, that's going to give us that deeper wave that we were talking about in Ethereum as well. So again, all right, guys, there's the wave structure update for today, guys. That's all I have time for today. And I just wanted to talk about, just good trade management and making sure that, guys, when you enter a trade, you're not just entering willy-nilly, but you're entering in a zone that's low risk and high reward. With good risk management, where you have a plain stop, it's clear and plain, and you don't let yourself get backwards into trades where you're losing money. You want to keep your losses small, okay? Your losses small and your wins bigger than your losses. And if you can do that, you'll end up making money in this market on a regular basis. We were actually in profit last night off that entry. 4 or 5%. Okay, so we were able to put our stops and break even. Shoot, anybody that was satisfied with a 4% trade, they could have taken it with no problem. If you trade in a big enough account, 4% is a very nice trade. We were most of us were long from up here, and so we had 7 or 8% on the bottom of this trade, and if we had waited here, we had 5 to 6% there. At this particular trade here, at this level here, so we had plenty of room to stop that thing out, and that's the point here today, that we use good risk management. And that's actually a win, guys. That's a win when you stop the trade properly. So hopefully you guys are learning that, and if you need to learn that, come join the Discord. If you need to start controlling your FOMO, controlling your fear, hope, and greed, and learning to rein your emotions in, that's what my Discord is all about. We spend a lot of time talking about those things on a daily basis. So with that said, we're just trying to produce traders that are even keel, that don't trade on emotion, that don't FOMO into waves, but we wait for the setups, and we trade the setups from a good risk management system. So with that being said, you guys have a fantastic day. Glad to be with you. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. See you on Sunday night for Sunday Night Charts. Until then, bye-bye.